Now, ever since the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker by Disney and Lucasfilm, a lot of fans around the world have either been very worried or excited about exactly where things are going for this universe, moving forward by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing about Episode 9 that a lot of fans really did not like is, of course, everything related to how the story was actually pretty much established, how it felt convoluted at times, how it felt a little rushed at times, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? When we look at everything related to Disney's Star Wars, yes, they made a lot of mistakes with the sequel trilogy, and yes, they are now trying to fix everything related to the franchise, moving on forward into the future for these new Star Wars projects. So, the one project that a lot of fans are very much invested in is, of course, Star Wars X. Now, this is the first film that is going to kickstart the new trilogy. These 3 new Star Wars movies that are slated for release throughout this entire decade of the 2020s. That's really going to give fans a better understanding of everything related to the Star Wars universe. Now, the one thing that I think a lot of fans are also very excited about when it comes to Star Wars X is how this movie is going to be quite revolutionary. It's going to have a different tone. It's going to take Star Wars fans to a different era of the franchise that we have never seen before on the big screen, and that, to me, I think is very exciting. So, with that being said, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are currently done with the Skywalker saga and are focused on the future of the franchise, many fans have been wondering about how they will handle the new Star Wars trilogy and the new live-action TV series to come. One of the big plans that both Disney and Lucasfilm have in store for Star Wars X, which implies Star Wars Episode 10, is that they are looking to bringing in revelations about the spiritual realm of the Sith and exploring new truths about the ancient Sith Lords of the past that will be a major part of Star Wars X. Now, this is said to be their way of giving fans a better understanding of Star Wars X and how it will be used for the new Star Wars universe and the Force in general. Additionally, it's noted that Disney is looking to getting both Jennifer Connelly, Anthony Hopkins, and Keanu Reeves on board for major roles, and that Kevin Feige will be a part of this new Star Wars project. It's noted that also the plan on revealing to fans exactly what the Fallen Wills will look like in the Star Wars universe, and that they will be explaining how the Fallen Wills were the ones responsible for creating the dark side of the Force and the Great Divide between the Jedi and the Sith. The Fallen Wills are said to be godlike beings that will be new to the Star Wars universe and inspired from George's work on the regular Wills. The Fallen Wills are said to be dark side gods that will be established into the Star Wars universe, starting with Star Wars X, that will kickstart the new Star Wars canon material for Star Wars as a community, moving on forward that these characters will additionally reshape how fans view the dark side of the Force. So, the thing that I believe sounds very interesting about this is the fact that we're going to be learning more about the Fallen Wills. Now, this was going to be an original thing in The Rise of Skywalker that never made out to be by Disney and Lucasfilm, and the fact that they're going to be exploring this in Star Wars X, that really does surprise me. It really does, because this is something that George Lucas worked on. You know, we got the regular Wills, who are godlike beings, and you got the Fallen Wills, who are going to be created by Disney. This is going to be an original idea based loosely on George's work. So, the Fallen Wills are going to be these dark side gods that are going to explain more truths about the actual origins of the dark side. And not just that, we're going to be learning more about the spiritual realm of the ancient Sith, where the Sith go if they are to live on in the afterlife, right? For the Force Ghosts, we got the netherworld of the Force, but for the spirits of the Sith, such as the Sith Wraiths, we have the spiritual realm. Hence why Palpatine states, "And all the Sith live in me." He even tells Rey that that's what he wants. He wants her to kill him so that his spirit can pass into her. So, the spiritual realm, it's going to explain more about that, of what J.J. Abrams wanted to establish loosely in The Rise of Skywalker, that is now going to be fully explained in these new Star Wars movies that are to be released in the near future. And honestly, I think that this is a good move, because this is something that I think a lot of fans have been wondering about, because it has been explored in the comics and books and novels slightly. and that now we're going to get more of this in the actual form of movies in the future. I'm very excited to see exactly what they have in store for all of this. So That's one thing to look forward to, and that is also one thing that I think a lot of fans are really going to enjoy. Now, everything related to Star Wars, obviously we do know that they are in a phase of desperation. They're really trying to regain all of the lost fans since The Last Jedi, and even partially for The Rise of Skywalker, and the mistakes that they made with the sequel trilogy, so you can really see what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Force, Jedi, and Sith-heavy Star Wars movies, as well as new dark side users that will be introduced. Also, Jennifer Connelly, amazing actress. I could just imagine exactly what she's going to do in this new Star Wars universe, as well as how they're trying to still get Keanu Reeves on board for this new project. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.